So, Jimmy, a massive 2-0 win here over Boro Rangers. Where does that rank in this season's results?
It's got to be right up there, hasn't it? I thought we were fantastic. First half, we didn't have a lot of quality, but you've got to give credit to opposition. They're a good side. They've got some experienced players. I just thought we stuck to our task really well today. And first half, we started like we have in a lot of games. I thought we were quite organised, quite resolute, but we just lacked that little bit of quality. But that's because you're in a game up at top of league against another good side who we were sort of cancelling each other out. And we knew when the game opened up a little bit, we could probably step us foot on the gas, but also they've got good players. But yeah, to a man, I thought they were fantastic. Second half, particularly, I thought we pushed on and we had some good opportunities. We had not just chances, but openings as well, where we sort of picked the wrong pass or didn't drive. We passed it when we should have driven with it and drove with it when we should have passed it. And it just broke down a little bit, but we scored 2 fantastic goals. The biggest thing from, I know it's not difficult to say, but I said if you keep a clean sheet, we'll go and win this. I'm sure we'll, because we know we've got goals in us, and that's the biggest thing for me at the moment is keeping that back door shut, letting Cheats go home happy with his clean sheets. I know they had a massive chance in first half, obviously with a penalty, but even there, the small margins. The lad's got 30 odd goals this season. He's a good forward, but we're all human, and I think Cheats going right way. He's probably put a little bit of edge in his mind and thought I've got to go right in corner, and he's slightly got his angles wrong, but that was a big turning moment in the game. But I don't think at that point there was anything in it. I thought he might have been offside in lead up to goal, and then there might be contact, but I think it was already going down, I think. So I thought it was a little bit harsh, but like I say, I thought we responded brilliantly. That gave us a little bit of a lift, and then second half, even when we made the subs, and some lads were unlucky today because they probably could have started, and I was umming and ahhing about it, but we decided to get a footholding game that with the majority of the lads that had done well against Northallerton, and then we knew that we could step on it with the subs off the bench. Tom Russ and Jim Craig in particular came on and did really well in the second half, and then obviously Ben and Jamie Luca came on and give us a little bit of added energy. Jim scored a fantastic goal, and like I said, and Clayton was outstanding. And look, we've got a great under-23 set up here, and we're using it at the moment. And we're not, we have no qualms of playing them. They're good enough if they're old. If they're good enough, they're old enough for me. And the one thing that me and Gav did say, the youngsters, a lot of them have got a lot of senior football under the belt. Maybe not at this level, but they'll get a chance, and we've got a lot of belief in them. And along with senior players, I can't fault anybody today. I thought they're absolutely fantastic. It's a big win for us, and to put a clean sheet on board as well was huge.
Yeah, the way we battled for the result today, it felt like a real watershed performance for the team. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, we have had them types of performances like at home against North Shields and things like that, but we tend to sometimes sink in a little bit later on a game and end up conceding one, and we'll hang on. But today I don't think we felt like we were hanging on at all. We defended unbelievably. The lads in the midfield in front were great. The 2 wing backs were excellent, and the 2 forwards and Duds just playing off them showed us quality. And I think in this league we have had to adapt our style of play, and if we need to be ugly at times, we've got to be ugly. It's all right us saying, oh, well, we're playing well, but we're conceding goals. I think the major thing for us today, and it could have quite easily unsettled us when Leighton went off injured. We're putting a young lad on, but we never thought twice about it. We said, yeah, no, Clayton's been training with us for 2 years now. He's a fantastic prospect, great head on his shoulders as well, and a good footballer, and superb assist for the first goal as well, by the way. So I couldn't be prouder of all of them. It was a huge result, and like I say, Boro have just said, like, you're celebrating that. Well, yeah, because we've worked hard for it, and that's credit to them. It's credit to our lads, and it's credit to them. They're a good side. So it's a big win for us, that, and make no bones about it. We know that we've beaten a good side, so that's why we're so pleased. And now, the lads have sacrificed a lot over Christmas. You're not being able to do much on Christmas Day, being in on Boxing Day, 1 day's recovery, to then go and put that performance in today. I thought second half we stepped on gas. We didn't look like we played on Boxing Day. It was fantastic.
And you mentioned Leighton there. He went off in the first half with what looked like quite a bad injury. What's the initial prognosis there?
He's got a deep cut, couple of inch, I think, deep. So he's gone to hospital to get checked out. We're not sure if there's any bone damage or anything yet, but it is quite a deep cut. It's on the impact. I think he's caught one of his studs or something like that when they've come together in this corner, which is a shame because he's playing really well until he went off as well. And So we won't know. He'll feed back to either me or Heather when he gets out of hospital, and hopefully it won't be as serious as it could be. So we wish him the best, and let's hope for good news.
And you said you wanted to be within touching distance of the playoffs going into the new year, but we're now just 4 points off the top. Do we have loftier aspirations now?
Well, I said let's make sure we push on and try and get in playoffs, and Gav said let's try and win league. So I think we need to walk before we can run. I'm not going to talk it up too much. I just want us to win the next game, and I want to get the performance. And I think the major fact for me today was, even in second half, I think the fans could see the amount of effort and commitment lads were putting in. They were covering every blade of grass, and you could feel the crowd lifting off it behind the goal when they started singing "Come on, Kendall" and things like that. And we need that. But if they give us that, we'll give them everything on pitch. And we've got an honest bunch of lads. We're not going to play well every week. We will lose games of football between now and end of season, but hopefully we'll win more than we lose. And we're on a good run at the moment. And I think it's up for me. It's always has been and always will be about concentrating on next game, which is Northallerton. They can have a few days off now because they've earned it. We'll have them back in Thursday night. We'll train, and then we'll go to Northallerton full of confidence for another tough game on the road, and hopefully try and pick up another 3 points. And we were looking at it the other day, and all the other teams have got to play each other. But everybody in this league will have been looking at that game today and going, "Oh, Kendall and Boro Rangers are playing." So we've gone and won it. That puts us back in touching distance of them. We think we're 3 behind and we're a game in hand. So, yeah, it's so tight. All we can do is just keep trying to perform as well as we can. Like you say, a little bit of a watershed moment in terms of doing the basics well and keeping the back door shut. We know we'll go and score goals, gives it a platform to play on. And I thought, to a man, all of them were outstanding today. So I think let's enjoy this one and then get back to work back end of next week and get ready for Northallerton, like I say, which they're all tough games. You can get beat by anybody in this league. So we know we need to be on his mettle and work hard for everything, fight and scrap for it. But I thought we did it today. So to do it in that manner, I think you could see celebrations when we scored second goal. With crowd was superb, and I just want to thank them all and wish them all a very happy new year.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jimmy.
Cheers, Dan. Thank you.